Hey guys, welcome to part, I don't even know, but the next part of swapping out this engine for an LSJ. So let me show you exactly what is giving me a hard time. So I'm gonna slide you under here, and you see this? This is the ball bearing, and it's kind of out a little bit, but it's got stuck, and so I'm trying to use WD-40 to get that out. I've already started doing the same thing over here on the other side of the Cobalt. I have the wheel off and just took off the screw that holds them in place. So now I'm going to see if I can get off the ball bearing on this side. So yeah, I'll let you guys know in a little bit how that goes. I've already taken off the wheels, and I've got to the ball bearing, which has been giving me a hard time. So I got my trusty WD-40 to hopefully loosen it up. Alright guys, so I am currently taking off the ball bearings on these wheels, and since WD-40 got my eyes, which I'll explain in just a second, I have my league of my own, it don't get better, and these safety goggles right here. Well, if the crew of Apollo 13 can get home from outer space with WD-40 and duct tape, certainly we can get off a ball bearing joint with a hammer and WD-40. And on this side, if you guys can see, this axle is still in because it doesn't push in enough. It pushes in a little bit, but not enough for us to take it out like on this side. So when we're lowering it, we're going to have to go to the side and hopefully be able to wiggle it out like we did on this side. Otherwise, we just won't be able to drop it. So yeah, hopefully that works. And we now have it on 2 floor jacks. Kind of hope this does the job. Kind of worried about the oil pan, but it's also the old engine, so it doesn't matter quite as much. I'm just hoping these 2 jacks get the job done. But yeah, I'll let you guys know in an update because I'm not going to try and film it as I drop it. Gosh dang it, guys, that was a pain. But I finally got off the second ball bearing. There's no more balls left. So yeah, all we have to do now is drop the subframe, I believe. Oh no, never mind. Sorry. Before we do that, we got to go to O'Reilly's today. These gas lines, there's a part they have there that you can rent for free, and it helps you take them off. So after we do that, all we have to do is drop the subframe. Then all we have to do is drop the engine after that, because everything else should be disconnected. We are getting close to dropping it. Then we can build it. I am so hyped. Let's go. All right, guys, I did not record, and I'm not sorry, because doing everything I did yesterday took me about 5 hours total. So let me show you exactly the things that I did. So right here, you have, there was a spindle nut. That spindle nut would spin with the wheel, the rotor, when you would get it. The rims we have cover up the spindle nut, so you can't just put the tires on, so it's gonna rotate no matter what. So then we got a 1 and 2x4 and put it in here and kept trying to break it with our ratchet and a breaker bar, but it kept breaking the wood instead. So then we had to go and get a crowbar, so like a 1-inch thick piece of metal, stick it through here so that it couldn't break that, and then we had to go and get a $30 wrench to get those out. But the biggest thing that we did yesterday was getting the subframe dropped. So this is what a lot of the axles and the control arms and the steering post sat on. And so this thing weighs about 60-70 pounds. We took it out, and what made it really hard was these rectangle nuts on top that held it in. You could not see, so it was going in blind, and we were going in blind with an adjustable wrench, just hoping to get the size right. So that took us about 30 minutes just to get it onto the nut. And so that was horrible, for one. So this whole thing took a really long time. But I'm so glad that we finally got it out. League of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center.
Bullseye hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen. Better, bring it better, bad because I'm bigger, better. Solo, single, selling several shows at every single second. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Kinda came and crushed the competition, hope they get the message. Look, living it fast, spinning my M&M bag. I never go slow, thinking I'll crash. End up a thing in the past, they know I won't though. Big fish catching me, they gon' need a bigger boat. Ironic how the world stops when I spin a globe. Always showing up. Last year's song still.
Well, I don't know whether to say it was easier or harder than expected, but we spent about an hour or so and we got the engine out. I can't believe this was easier to get out relatively than the subframe, but yeah, it's gone. Car is completely naked. It's pretty cool because now I can fit where the engine used to be. I am the new engine. This is so cool. Alright guys, there really isn't too much to show today. So, I mean, we got off this line, which we hadn't had off earlier. This big old blue thing. This hose. And then we cut these two because we couldn't get them off. The shift linkages. I couldn't find any videos for the Cobalt Ss shift linkages and how to remove them. Apparently, they're just ball joints and they sit right in there. And that bolt just fell out. This one, and it goes in the bushings right here. This one I'm just gonna go boop, and this other one's out over here. So I'm just gonna go bloop. Oh, and then you can look down the hole. Okay, what's next? And honestly, guys, that's all there is to look at in the empty engine bay. There really isn't much space in here. Even without the engine, it's still kind of claustrophobic. GM really just crammed everything in here. It's kind of impressive, honestly. Here's the one that we're going to be working on, and with this one, some of these parts are going to have to be swapped. Like this alternator is absolute toast. But we're hoping, we have never fired it up, so we're just hoping that once we get everything swapped and it's back in the car, that it starts. Probably won't be that easy because it never is, but we're really hoping it is. But we don't have to hope because we have Jesus, so we can pray. All right, guys, I know it was short, but thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys for part 5 or whatever the next part is. I've honestly lost count, but now the fun stuff begins where we actually get to build up this car. Anyway, guys, thank you. God bless. Don't sin. He's watching. Be cool. Be righteous. See you guys soon. Maybe not. You never know. Bye.